Hey everyone, today we're going to go through how to make scale brushes with using the chisel brush. It's really good for like making overlapping scales. So yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So first off, create a plane, just like this. Make the plane polymesh 3D. Subdivide with SMD turned off. So subdivide that like 4 or 5 times, maybe 6 times, and then subdivide to like 4 million. That's good, sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, turn symmetry on, hit X, and we're going to mask out the middle. Basically, we're going to grab this document here and we're going to make an alpha out of it. So we don't want to touch the outside corners, just the middle here. That's what we're going to touch. And just a small amount, just like that, leaving all this stuff blank. Going to invert that selection and go down a couple subdivs and blur mask. Cool. And then we're going to grab the move tool. We're going to turn perspective on and pull out a scale, something like that. You want the bottom of the scale here to be less than the height of the scale here. So if you can imagine it stacking over top of another one, it's not going to like crash into it or something like that. Like if you had this side here like up, it's not going to work. It's when you like try to layer them, it's going to kind of like crash right through it. So that's good. You can give it a little overhang here. I'm going to try to make a scale this time that's kind of like a crocodile scale, like so the whole thing is kind of like puffed out a little bit. Okay. Yeah, just go ahead and sculpt some stuff on it. Sculpt it however you kind of want. It doesn't have to be perfect, but the more detail you put into it, the better it gets. It just your mesh will have to, the mesh that you're putting them onto, will have to be able to support that. So that's the only thing to kind of like worry about. But you know, we're sculpting with pretty hard meshes anyways lately, so that's okay. All right, and let's go here. Let's turn symmetry off now, and let's just get like a nice like center crease kinda. And then let's get some creases around the bottom here, the base. I like to turn this damp center down a little bit so I can kind of just run over it a couple times. It's not so freaky. That's kind of cool. Either use the standard brush or the chisel brush to do this. Those are the only ones that support VDMs. So so make sure, like if you go to standard brush here, you can go brush and then from mesh, and that'll add it. So if we do that right now, standard from mesh, there we go. And then if you do drag rect is what I usually do. Go to intensity, go to 100, and there you go. Start sculpting scales. Look at that, how they kind of nicely sit over top of each other. Pretty awesome. That would take you so long to sculpt this stuff. So that's kind of how you're able to get really cool, you know, interlocking scales like this. Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to actually use the chisel brush. So yeah, we just made the chisel brush now. And so I just loaded the Viper Dragon up here so we can kind of see what I'm doing. Let's go with that scale I just made actually. That one's kind of nice. And we can kind of just start pulling them in. So I have my scales already kind of like blocked out here, right? And I'm going to just kind of stay true to those and kind of just lay these on over top. Now I am at 100% with this thing, the intensity. So let's maybe dial that back a little bit. Maybe a little bit more than 50, maybe 75. There we go. And then you kind of just got to kind of place them in the right area. But once you have a nice block in, you can get this stuff pretty easy. And if we store a morph target before, so we go delete morph target, store morph target, we're going to be able to get a better result when you go overlapping. See, it's not doing that weird kind of pushing around thing anymore. It's kind of just like floating it over top, which is great. That's like exactly what we want. So it is tedious, but this is the best way and most accurate way to do scales. It adds so much detail to your work. Like just that there, right, is like, you know, you can't sculpt that by hand. It's going to take you so long. In this way, like every scale has like really nice detail, right? Like every scale is unique. Every scale has its own orientation. You can choose which way it's going. But yeah, again, as I always say, I would recommend just like looking at a lot of reference of how the scales flow. I didn't make this up here. This is all based off bearded dragons and other animals like that. So yeah, just kind of get a lot of reference and have fun with it. Just try to copy what's there. You know, base it off reality and change from there. So yeah, don't just like start throwing scales like, ooh, that's a cool scale here. And maybe he's got scales pointing the other way here. It's like, don't do that.